Hey, welcome to this video. This is one of the most relevant videos in this course. This is really what this course is all about, because I'm a man, and what I'm trying to do with this course is like help men transform their sex life and become more conscious men about sex and about what it means to be in their sexual relationship, to understand better how women work and how we can have better long-term relationships. And this is all it is in this course. This is we are going to learn techniques and things like that, but learning about how to manage your emotions, how to balance your emotions, and how to be more conscious about what you're doing with your life, this is what I really want you to get out of this course. So this video is about the male's mind, how we get aroused, and how we can learn how to have sex in a different way. And I'm going to talk about slow sex in this video. I'm going to do that a little bit later. First, what I want you to see is that men, historically, we were the way we were. Thousands and thousands of years ago, we were hunters and we had to procreate. We didn't know anything about emotions, and we just had sex just to procreate. We had sex, we introduced the penis inside the vagina, and it was 30 minutes and gone. We have evolved so much. So much. Now we know what emotions are. Now we know what relationships are. Now we know that sex is much more than just procreation. It actually can fulfill our lives in a different way. And it's part of our basic needs. So we have to change the way we see sex, because these thoughts that you might say, okay, Charlie, you're talking about thousands of years ago. Yes, I am. But this is in our DNA. It is. And how we had sex 100 years ago, it's not very different. 100 years ago, sex was just for men, and it was the woman didn't have many rights in terms of sex, and actually there was not so much knowledge about the woman's sexuality, and women were not liberated and they were not free to enjoy sex. So it was all for men, and this is in our DNA today. Still, there's a lot of men who have changed this, I know, but there's still a lot of men who have not. And the new generations, they need to understand this, because if not, they're not going to be able to satisfy their woman, and relationships are not going to work. We have to change sex from a physical release, a physical need, to an emotional experience. It is a physical act as well. Of course, there's a physical activity and there's a physical pleasure, but it's associated, it's linked to an emotional experience as well. We cannot separate it anymore. This is the new era for sex, in my opinion. What I'm suggesting is that we use sex to connect with the person we are with and with ourselves. Connect in a different way, not just have the orgasm and that's it. Also enjoy our body, enjoy ourselves, enjoy the emotions we feel. What I'm suggesting is use sex to connect with your partner at the physical and the spiritual level, and connect with yourself also at the physical and spiritual level, with your emotions. Don't see sex only as something physical. See it also as a part of your emotional life. And I'm not talking about, not saying that you're a wimp, like maybe you're saying, okay, now Charlie, you wanna, I'm not talking about that. You're gonna have your masculine energy. Of course, we are men. We have our masculine energy of direction, and we wanna, we have that instinct of hunting, of directing, and so on. That's within us. But the other part is also within us, and that's what in the video about the energies, that's what I was talking about. So this is very important to balance in order to have satisfactory sexual lives, sexual experiences, sexual relationships. Very important. So yes, we as men, the way our mind works, we get very visually excited. The women don't get so excited visually as men do. We work differently in that. But yes, we see a woman naked and we get excited. We get a hard-on and we want to have sex. And it's very fast. In 1 minute we have a hard-on, we want to have sex. We see a woman naked, we have sex like rabbits, 5 minutes, gone. We release our ejaculation and maybe procreate or not. Now that's how men basically work, or used to work. And that's something that affects our sex life, because you see, a woman needs normally an average of 20 minutes to get really aroused to have an orgasm. So When a woman, when she starts to get aroused and stimulated, she needs about 20 minutes until she's ready to have an orgasm, in average, okay? Men, if we ejaculate in 5 minutes, it's not going to be satisfactory for the woman. Sex is not going to be good for both of you. It's only for the men. So one of the things that we as men have to start learning how to manage is our ego. Many men have a very strong sexual ego. We think we know everything. Actually, we think we should know everything, and we do whatever we have learned. For example, we as men watch a lot of porn, and we think that porn is how sex should be. And it's completely wrong. There's a video about pornography, watch it. It's completely wrong. Actually, one thing that porn has is that we see porn and we masturbate really fast. In only 5 minutes we're done, and we get used to that, and that we take to our sexual relationships as well. Some men are not able to hold for more than 5 minutes because they're used to ejaculate so fast. And we have that ego that we think that because we have watched, or because that's what we have learned somehow instinctively, nobody teaches us about sex. Whatever we see, that's what we do. So now we go into our sexual life with this ego, and we know everything. And we are not going to let anybody tell us how to do it or where to do it. And we do oral sex the way we think we have to do it. And there's a woman who might be now liberated and say, hey, I don't like it like that. But we as men don't want to hear that many times. We just want to be, and we love to hear to a woman say, wow, that was the best sex I've ever had. I mean, now our ego goes to the roof. And I'm not going to say that's bad. I felt that before, and it feels really good, but that's your ego talking. That's your ego talking. And your ego is not going to lead you to good things. Your ego is there to protect you from your fears and so on. And you see, some woman actually might tell you that was the best sex that they ever had, but they may not have ever had good sex. You see, when a woman says, wow, I love how big your dick is, and we go like, whoa, that doesn't mean you're a good lover. Having a big dick doesn't give you the right or the badge of being a good lover. The fact is that the new woman, the woman now in these days, they're liberated and they know a lot about sex now. And if a woman feels that you're there just to release yourself, they're going to notice it, and it's not going to last. Again, this course is about long-term relationships. It's about having sex for a long period of time with the same person. So if she feels that you're just there to release yourself, with time she's not going to be happy. She's not going to be satisfied with her sex life. You need to satisfy her sexual needs and her emotional needs. They go together. You need to understand this. They go together. If you want to get a woman sexually satisfied, make sure that her emotional needs, that she's emotionally attached to you. It's very, very important. And for that, you need to let your emotions come out. You have to go with an attitude of learning when you go into the relationships. You have to be with that attitude always, in sex and in life. And let other people, suggest or hear. You should listen to what other people say and try new things. And if your woman tells you that she's not happy, see why not. Don't take it personal. Don't take your ego. It might feel hurt, but that's not right. I mean, you're doing what you know, but you can learn new things. You can learn. Here in this course, you're learning new things. So go with that attitude of learning always into your sex life and everywhere. You see, in order to be a great lover, you need to learn how to do slow sex. There's a video in this course about how to do it. I'll take you through some steps that you can do to learn how to do slow sex, but you need to learn that. You need to learn how to do slow sex because that's what's going to connect you to the other person. So what is slow sex? Slow sex is learning to do sex very slow, enjoying the sensations, enjoying the touch, enjoying what you feel. That is slow sex. It's connecting with the other person at a different level. In slow sex, the goal is not the orgasm. The goal is to enjoy the ride until you get to that orgasm. Actually, it's much more important the ride than the orgasm. That is slow sex. It's a connection between two people that goes beyond the physical and it goes more into the emotional as well. And how can you learn how to do slow sex? Well, it has nothing to do with all the techniques, which of course help. The techniques will help you to be a good lover. But learning to do slow sex starts by learning to manage your emotions, learn to be vulnerable, accept that you can be vulnerable, learn how to enjoy the sensations, the feel and the touch. It's about changing habits in the way you make love. If you've never done slow sex, it's about changing your habits. So it has to do with you, with yourself, at an emotional level, as a person. Not only about, if you know how to touch a clitoris. It's not like, this is not it. It's about you. It's a process, because you need to learn how to do it and love to do it. Because if you don't like it, you will not do it. If you don't want to manage emotions and show your vulnerability and say, hey, I can be soft, I can be nice, I can be caring, I can cry if I have to. It's okay. If you're not willing to do that, it's going to be almost impossible that you're going to like slow sex, because you're going to feel strange, vulnerable, and you're not going to like it. So it starts with you. It starts with looking a little bit inside and say, hey, I'm going to balance these two energies. I'm going to be more caring. I'm going to start to be more sensual, to be more into the touch, into the feel. So things that can help you actually to look inside. There's many things. This course is not about that. It's not about emotional intelligence. But the first thing you need to know and you need to learn is emotional intelligence. Is to learn how to connect with your emotions and to observe them and to actually be able to manage them and be able to let them out and express them. This is very important. Things that can help, meditation can help. I don't know if you've ever done meditation. Meditation is a great tool. Mindfulness is a great tool to learn how to manage emotions, because you're going to observe your thoughts and you're going to actually be able to observe your emotions and actually manage them. So those things can help. At the end is learning how to open up. Any feelings you have, any sensations you have, any emotions you have, be able to open them up. And as I said before, yes, we as men get visually excited and we have to enjoy it because that's our nature. So I'm not saying that you don't get excited by seeing a woman naked, but I'm encouraging you to actually connect that visual excitement and enjoying the sensations as well. So you see, the thing is that when we see a woman on the floor, we see a woman on her floor with a butt, with her ass looking at us, we lose our head. We just go, whoa, and we just want to have sex, and we just go there and have sex, and we don't think, we don't feel. We just want to do it, and we get excited, and we lose a little bit ourselves there. What I'm saying, what I'm suggesting here is that when you see that, enjoy the view, enjoy and say, wow, that is exciting. I love her ass. That's fantastic. But slow down, manage that emotion of going there and just going all over that and just boom, 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 and say, wow, that's beautiful. And instead of going crazy towards that, like a crazy man, say, I'm going to enjoy the view for a little bit. Recreate yourself with that view, and then recreate yourself touching it and enjoying it and looking at it and touching the butt and getting her excited, teasing her. And enjoy that sensation that you're having. Slow everything down. That's one of the things. Enjoy the view. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the recreation. Recreate yourself with what you're experiencing. And that's how slow sex works. It's not about saying, well, I'm wrong as a man. No, we are not wrong as a man. We get excited the way we do get excited. But we can change the way we act on that excitement. We can say, we can go all over it, or we can, as I just said, recreate yourself with what you're doing and with what you're feeling and with how it feels. Okay, let me give you some tips of things that you can do that can help you feel more. Enjoy the sensations, focus on the sensations. Take your mind out of the initial visual excitement and go towards yourself, towards the inside, and then start to enjoy and manage those emotions, okay? Things that you can do. First one is just you. You're gonna lay on a bed, ideally laying down, okay? And you're gonna get some nice oil because you're gonna masturbate yourself for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is the minimum. You can do more if you want, but you're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna start touching your balls, touching around that area, and you're gonna just enjoy that. Very slow. You're gonna do this very, very slow. You can put a clock, okay? 20 minutes is the minimum. Very slow, and you're gonna start to focus on what your sensations are. When you start touching your balls, you're gonna focus on your balls and see how does it feel to be touched there. You're doing it yourself. Later you're gonna do it with your girl, but now you do it yourself and you start enjoying that and see how it feels. Focus on the sensations. Forget about anything, forget about your orgasms, anything. Just don't even think about porn. Here, only focus on your sensations, on what you're feeling. Then you can start with your penis and start very slow with your fingers, touching, rubbing, very slow. You're not jerking off, you're just touching and smooth sensations. Focus on what you're feeling. Honestly, guys, this works. And this is going to give you an incredible orgasm. Now, you will feel that when you do it. Start doing it very slow. Touch however you want to do it with your fingers like that. You can rub. You can do anything that you like to be doing. One thing that works very well is getting your penis and only with this, like the OK sign, do it like this. Very soft, not pressing, just very soft, just like sort of like almost caressing, like that, like at this rhythm, very slow. Do it and go all the way to the top and go back, and very slow, guys. Your sensations are gonna be amazing, and do that for at least 20 minutes, as I said before. And at the end, when you have the orgasm, make sure you do it very slow as well. Like I was telling you, like almost like rubbing, not like jerking, like hard, like maybe just sort of like caressing your penis. It's gonna be difficult at the beginning because you're not used to it. You're used to like grabbing it, holding it too hard. But the orgasm you're gonna feel, it's amazing. And make sure you focus on what your sensations are when you have the orgasm. Like really focus on how your body shakes, how actually you ejaculate, feel how you ejaculate. That's why I want you to close your eyes and not think about porn or not think about anything that we are used to think. Really focus on your sensations, on how your body feels, how you actually ejaculate, how it contracts, really. And do this the same thing with your girlfriend. Now with your girlfriend, I recommend you to do the following. If you have a wife, girlfriend, whatever, blindfold yourselves, both. In bed, whatever you want to be, and start touching yourselves. Blindfolded. Just start really touching and caressing and kissing and not without any rush, and feeling the other person, feeling the temperature, like the woman's breast, feeling the skin, feeling the lips, the neck, the hips, the butt, everything. Really do it consciously, only feeling what you are doing, feeling how it feels on your hands. That's why I want you to blindfold. I don't want you to see anything. Same thing with the girl, okay? You can do it, the girl can do that to you as well. Here we're talking about men, okay? So very important that you do it as a man, you do it. And then you can get her to do just what I told you about the masturbation. She can do it to you the same way. You can tell her how to do it, how you like to be done. And it's amazing when she does it to you, then it's incredible because it's very, the sensation is much better, okay? But try this, very important, blindfolding, feeling, only feeling. There's no, you can have sex at the end, of course, you can, and keep that sex with the blindfolded. After you have done the touching and so on, take your time, 15 minutes minimum touching, just touching. It can be boring at the beginning, but then you start to enjoy it. And then you have sex, blindfolded. I don't want you to have any visual excitement, and try not to think about porn or about things that you have seen. Try to concentrate on what your sensations are. This is how you learn to have sex. This is how you actually learn to enjoy the ride. Okay? Focusing on the sensations, on the feelings that you have when you have sex. This is very, very important, guys. Very important to learn how to blindfold yourself and only feel. These things you must do. This will change your sex life completely. And again, I'm not trying to tell you that you have sex like that all the time. It's not about that. It's about knowing how to do it like that, and how to actually have a quickie as well, and how to have ref sex every now and then, and do whatever you want. Any fantasy you want to do bondage, do it. But learn how to do everything. That's going to give you the badge of an extraordinary lover. That's how it works. That being able to connect, being able to do this and do that, being able to make a woman feel and make a woman, also fulfill fantasies of hard sex and other things, that whatever she wants to do. Because women, of course, they have wild thoughts as well. But they want to have both. They need to have both. They need that emotional attachment. If not, it's not going to work for a long time. It's not going to work in a long relationship. So you need to have everything. That's going to give you the badge. If you do that to a woman, she's going to be so happy with you. She's going to be so willing. She's not going to see other men. Having a big penis is not going to give you the badge of a good lover. This is going to give you the badge of a good lover. Learning how to connect and do different things. It's not only about her being satisfied. You're going to be so much more satisfied when you do sex like this, when you have sex like this. Yourself. Because you're going to be able to enjoy the orgasms much better. You're going to be much happier, and you can actually make relationships last. Because if not, they will not last. If you only have rough sex with a woman, she's not going to be willing to have sex with you again. And the fact is that you're going to start not needing to be looking outside for sex either. That instinct we have as men of hunters, of finding a new girl. What happens if you don't have meaningful sex with a woman? What happens is you're going to get tired and bored. That's what happens. And when you get bored and tired, you go for another one. And then you're going to go for another one. And that's endless. So if you want to have a long-term relationship, you have to be willing to have it. You need to connect at this level with the woman. That's the only way to actually make it happen. For you and for her, because if you connect at that level, you're not going to be needing to be with other women. Honestly, if you connect with a woman sexually, the desire, okay, you can see a beautiful woman, of course, I see a beautiful woman, I say, wow, she's beautiful, but I don't have the need to go and have sex with her. I don't have that, wow, I'm going to have sex with that girl. It's like conquering. It's like, that ego, like I'm going to have her. You're going to stop willing that because you're going to be giving priority to other things. Your whole view about sex is going to change. And this is what I'm trying to get with this video. I don't want to make it much longer because I know it's been long, but really, guys, make sure you do all these exercises. Make sure you connect with yourself as a human and work on your internal emotions and on your internal emotional intelligence to be able to actually be vulnerable, to actually be able to express your emotions and connect with your emotions. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? So this is it for this video. This is a very special video for me, so I hope it actually meant something for you, and I will see you in the next one.